first time we saw it, a dark mass of buildings huddled on the mountain's shoulder, a place they called Headstone Hill. The town was ablaze with electric light it verged on miraculous. But we noticed how strangely the light flickered and how every shadow grew deeper and more suspicious in its presence. That's where Agent Reeg vanished, so that's where we had to go. It was time for us to face the horror at Headstone Hill.
Good evening, wild cards and cowpokes. I'm going to just steal blatantly from Chris. Welcome to the Iconic Production channel, where we are recording tonight. We are streaming out live episode 7 of the horror at Headstone Hill. Hello to everyone, to Rook and Rachel and John and Tank and everyone. It's good to see you all. I saw Okapi in the gifting. I hope my good friend Scott is out there watching tonight. So when we last left off, they had a lot. And yes, thank you to Pinnacle Entertainment Group for the raid. It happened during the intro video, but I want to make sure that I call that out. Thank you, Phantom. As always, our moderator keeping... Oh no, I'm so sorry, Professor, because I can't pronounce your name.
Nick Terrace.
Nick Terrace. Thank you, Rook.
Nictress.
Nick Terrace.
I believe I've heard it both ways. That's
Professor
not true.
Bats.
I haven't heard it either way. No one would have known who it was. So, when we last left off, our posse just plowing through. If I'm going to get distracted later, it'll be later. If you guys were watching on the Pinnacle Entertainment Group Twitch channel, you got to see a little behind the scenes with me and Chris chatting about the game tonight. Tonight, we're hoping to get to the root of the problem. And when we last left off, the players, they definitely had a way to deal with the problems in town, and their choice was to turn the pressure up until everything boiled over into fear and violence, only to have Sister May calm it down after only a couple of people were killed. Wickers attempted to calm the crowd, and instead the shadows seemed to loom larger. But one of the only major casualties in the riot between the miners and Heaston's men was the corrupt marshal. In fact, Wickers, having Sister May's voice ringing in his head, chose to let Jerem Heaston live. And instead, they have been taken into custody, and the mayor is doing her best to keep a lid back on the town. So we're going to pick up 24 hours is better. I am glad that Bob is feeling better too, Tank the Frank. It's good to have Leslie. I was but a pale shadow.
Oh, you did great.
Yeah.
You did great.
Yeah.
I wasn't able to listen to the whole thing, but it was great. I told him earlier that I could be replaced by a bag of sand.
No, what light through yonder Twitch screen breaks?
Stab.
I am merely the moon reflecting. Anyway, so we're going to pick up when you guys have been called in. 24 hours later, you guys all got an advancement. Which, let's start there. What did people pick for their advancements? We'll start with JD, who has been seriously, no joke, since the end of last week, trying to weasel a second advancement out of me at every chance we got, including purposely misconstruing what I was saying in order to be like, well, I guess that means I get my 2 advancements.
It wasn't a misconstruction. It was a downright offer. And I am taking the advancement PowerPoints because apparently I use them a lot.
It is true. Ada, Lily, what did Ada take?
Nerves of steel. Ignore 1 level of wound penalties.
Nice. Rook, what do we get from Wickers?
Wickers, we have Brawler so that he can have an increase in toughness as well as be up front and spongy some more.
Yeah. And then Leslie, what did we get from you?
Spongy. I didn't take Spongy. What I do is I went ahead and upgraded Strong Willed to Iron Willed, so I have five bennies because I aim to misbehave.
You do aim to misbehave. And to everyone who's been commenting in the chat or in the comments on YouTube, thank you so much. This little call out is for you. We always read them. We always listen to them. We try to respond. To everybody who has given us such great praise, thank you so much. And I did go back and double check, and harrowed cannot be healed by shamans, but there's no restriction that I could see on being healed by blessed. If Tank the Frank or John Doom or Pinnacle itself wishes to let me know that I made a mistake, please do so. But I believe we have been playing it as best rules is written as we can. So you all were awakened. Thanks, Peg. I appreciate it. You heard it here first. Pinnacle Entertainment Group says JM makes no mistakes. That's it. I'm done. See you guys later. No, the two young children that Wickers met outside of Reeg's house. And remember, Wickers, just to refresh your memory, you did ask me to remind you that you wanted to go back and take a look at Reeg's house at some point when things kind of quieted down a bit. But they came and let you know that Doc Kirk was looking for you guys. He's been as we said, most of the murderous violence was culled by Sister May's righteous call for mercy, but that does not mean there was not a lot of wounded. Doc Kirk, for the last 24 hours, has been patching up bullet holes, broken legs, several smashed skulls, usually left in Wicker's wake, as he's been trying to keep the town on the road to recovery. Now, Heaston's two boys in the kerfuffle don't know what happened to them, including the one who shot Ada twice. But they give you the message. Doc Kirk is requesting your aid. You know that Doc Kirk, as you know, recognized the sign of the Twilight Legion. He's an ally in town, one that you guys have spoken into his life. So we're going to start off with that message being delivered as you all wake up. Leslie in the fantastic penthouse room, and the rest of you in regular rooms, but comped rooms by the Miners League. So, as you all enjoy your breakfast, cowboy breakfast for most of you, raw meat for Wickers, and again, berries and cream, as well as a nice steak sizzling on the iron plate, some eggs, some fresh chives on top. For Leslie, what's the plan for the day?
I'd like to lean on the ineffable wisdom of someone else just so I can get back in the swing of things, considering I was a little bit out of it. So
yeah, no one
I'm not gonna
actually
say it.
knows what happened to Scarlet. They saw her being carried away by some sort of golem-like creature.
Who has seen this thing, and why can I not beat the truth out of them immediately? No, seriously, who has seen this thing? And what is going?
I was wondering if our benevolent GM wanted to, or Warden wanted to explain to us where precisely Leslie was during some of the excitement yesterday.
You don't know. He was there with you when you were at going to the newspaper, if you remember, when you guys, and then he went running off because he had something to do, and then he came out of the dust storm right near where the riot was, going, "Oh my gosh, it was crazy! The jail, hold on, he's crazy." No, that's not it. He's crazy. The jail exploded, and he helped save Sister May's life, only to be shrugged off as Sister May sort of, I won't say rose and then floated across the in penguin-like fashion, if anybody remembers that movie. But
Yes.
Well,
Great.
clearly he went to get some sugar. Now, Leslie, spill the tea.
How very 2020s of you. That's brilliant. No, so I don't actually know what
so Leslie, as
penguins finally fly. Sorry.
as you think back to that, you did go to the jail to rescue
Yes.
Scarlet.
Yes.
Scarlet, you had to summon an ally. You had to be a... or are you... well, I'm going to give you a little recap. I may be being obtuse. John has pointed this out to me, that Bob may just be in character. In that moment, as you summoned the creature and it ripped the wall off the side of the jail, she does she does kind of come up to you as the dust swirls around, the sound of gunfire and gunplay and screaming. She says, find me, find us outlaws, the Ghost Steel outlaws. Listen, not everything is as it appears here. Buckles thought that the whole town had been infested by some sort of nefarious cult. He came to enlist our aid. We just kept something for him, but... Leslie. And...
Is this the Kisleen?
It's the Kisleen.
Okay, yes.
It's the Kisleen. And your golem ally kind of swoops in and robs you of your Kisleen and starts carrying her out of the town, following your instructions. Her leaning back over the golem's arm outstretched, disappearing into the dust. That's what you think about as Ada asks, what happened to you? What do you share?
Something concerning Farius and Farius cult, and then I lost track of everything because I missed Scarlet Soul. Alas, she is free, and we are meant to go look. Rieg, are we talking in company that cannot?
Yeah, it's just the four of you.
Okay.
Yes.
Rieg said that there was some kind of Enfarius cult that is operating here, and so we need to find her group of people, and there may be kissing. However, it is important to our goal for this cult. I think I understand. There were many words and not enough no words, if you know what I mean. I'm going to just get really somber.
Yeah, Bob, I'm going to give you a Benny for that one.
Oh, hey.
That's good.
Yes.
And I'm going to give a Benny to Sister May for stealing the sugar, now spill the tea.
Yes, it is good.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
Well, the cult would certainly explain one thing.
What is that? There is no fashion involved with cults. Uniforms are not a thing. What does it explain? Please be less obtuse.
Pulls down the kerchief he's been using since it was given to him and pulls it down for his face, which is still missing nose and lips and just very much and goes, when my face got stolen, it was taken by that bone mask, and it said it had a master.
So this is Enfarius cult master. Please, what is Enfarius?
Nefarious? Ne'er-do-well. Ill-intended.
Try again. Simpler words. Something for...
It's a man who puts shoes on a horse.
Okay.
Well, that's a farrier.
That's a farrier.
That's a farrier. An Infarius is somebody that shapes the metal.
Okay, that's good. No, that's good. Sorry. It's a bit. Okay.
It's bad. It's bad. Let's just use that word. It's bad.
Okay,
right.
So what is plan?
So Ada also wants to go after the Ghost Steel gang. Seems like they've got knowledge, and she needs it. But we need to stick around in town a little while longer. Did Sister May have something else that she needed to do, or?
I assume that I would be spending any time that I didn't need resting, assisting the doctor, but I do want to, he has asked for us, so before we leave town.
All right.
Right.
So is that where you guys heading? The dock?
I don't see why. Clearly, most important objective is Scarlet and Ghost Steel Gang, in order of importance. However, I bow to the ineffable wisdom of Sister in Christ. And we go.
All right. Leslie, I assume, just then walks off, and Sister May and Ada, I assume Wickers is the one shaking his head at the back of the party, then heading off.
Wickers is doing this number.
He's praying. He's in prayer. He's
Murder is
pious.
wrong.
All right. Well, when you guys get there, you can see that there are. I mean, you can hear the sounds of people moaning. You can hear the sounds of just people in pain. The reverend's there. Some of the people from the town are there. The mayor's there. Her dress is just covered in blood. She is like, attending to people, and as you walk in, Kirk is cleaning his hands, and he waves you over, nods to the back room, finishes scrubbing up, and gives the order to the nurse who's standing right there, or the aide, and kind of walks into the back. He's like, "Listen, I only have a minute, but I could use a break from treating the survivors. I got to say, it could have been a lot worse. I'm grateful for all that you did." And he looks at Wickers and Ada, the restraint that you showed, the words that you shared. And I'm sorry, Leslie, I don't know what you were doing at the riot, but I assume it was doing the Lord's work, or that of the Legion. But listen, there's something been going on.
Yep.
Denebay and a few of the others. You know Frank Denebay. And Ada, you definitely remember Frank Denebay. You gave him your guns in order to keep them out of the fight, and someone showed up using them in the fight. A few of the others gathered some of the injured miners in a big wagon. They were supposed to bring them here. But Millie just said she stopped by with food for the injured. Or Millie just stopped by with food for the injured, and she said she saw the wagon heading out of town. I don't like that one bit. There's no reason to be taking injured folk away from me. Denebay is a shopkeeper. He's a good organizer of men, but he's got no healing.
Your job.
He's got no healing talent to him that I know of. That and the fact that the men he took were in rough shape. If you guys could catch up with him, figure out what's going on, bring me those injured back, I'd greatly appreciate it.
If you think this is better, am I unmuting to a very bad notification sound? I will stop doing that.
No.
Not at all.
I keep hearing a blipping sound. That was all out of character, by the way. So, if this is of course what you think is best use of time, fine. I'm getting mopey. I'm gonna visit Scarlet. No, okay.
Also,
just a clarification, where did they say they were heading? Like which direction?
Millie said they were heading out west of town. Only thing out there is the old Crittenden ranch, built on the edge of Poverty Flats, right next to the Grove. That's the only place I could assume they were taking them.
Poverty Flats. This is place where no.
Well, it did not go well, as you may imagine.
I am imagining though. So we walk carefully but quickly to retrieve your injured people. We go.
I appreciate that. And as you kind of head back out, the mayor kind of walks up to you and says, "Listen, I'm not saying that it went down the way I wanted it to, but I do appreciate everything that you did yesterday. The one thing that worries me, as well as several of the people in town, is where's Robert? Prospector Bob, as you may have known.
Oh, jeez, I thought we were adding someone else to keep track of. Now, why you not say Bob? Bob is the proper name. Go now, please finish story.
Listen,
Robert.
Bob was the match that lit off this whole thing. His signature to that letter, and no one's seen him. No one saw him in the midst of the riot. No one saw him in the last day.
Has no one thought to ask Heaston where he is? Says being the one that took him.
You know that for certain.
He did admit as much.
Oh. Well,
And
he's
said he was sent far away, and that if we wanted it safe to let him, murder all of you, essentially. Yes, so he's probably not in town.
Heaston's been uncooperative up until this point, but I'll see what we can get from him about where Bob's location is.
How about I ask him?
Because it goes so well when you ask people things.
She kind of looks at you and remembers the last time you asked the town members things, and she's like, No, Mr. Wickers. If we need your aid, I promise I will let you know. Let me see what I can get out of him. There are certain... Heaston is used to certain comforts, and we may be able to bargain with him that way for Bob's location.
I'm sorry. Did you just say you're going to bargain with a man that was willing to kill half of your people just because he wanted their claims?
We don't know what would have happened had you not got involved.
I mean, I have a pretty good idea.
Yes, you have one good idea, but I have another. If I need you to step in, Mr. Wickers, I promise I will ask for your help, but not a moment before then. And Amanda Lobel kind of turns and heads back to helping people.
I like her.
I can see why. So back to heading out after the injured, right? Like real quick. We can
That would be my preference.
Real quick. Get there so that you can then go see the lovely Miss Scarlet.
The lovely Miss Scarlet, yes. I ride like a man possessed, like a harrowed something or other. I ride like
Harold on a horse?
Yeah, something. I ride like him fast.
Just the horse is scared to death about the thing riding on top?
All right, I need everyone to give me a survival check if you've got it to see if you can how well you can follow the tracks. I'd also take notice, whichever you would like to use.
Oof. Woof.
Well, you'll have to take notice.
Don't forget.
Oh, yes.
2 dice. Wild card and your trait die. You get to pick whichever is higher.
10 on the standard die.
19.
11.
Of course, it's 19. 19 for you, gunslinger.
Thank goodness somebody is paying attention.
Can somebody give him a Benny?
Yeah, I'll take a Benny. Thanks, Bob.
No! What have you done?
It was a great reference.
I appreciate that. Well, you rolled a 19. Like, come on.
Yes, that was good.
So, all of you, except for Ada, whose mind is filled with outlaws and vengeance delayed. But even Ada, I'm sorry, but even Leslie, who is just one cartoon short of 2 hearts replacing his eyes. You guys see the wagon tracks, and the wagon is sitting, leaving deep ruts in the earth. The earth isn't particularly damp or cracked, but the wagon is heavily laden. And you follow it for several miles, and you can see up ahead, there's a massive aspen grove that just sort of starts and just extends out. But there on the western edge of it, you can see what essentially amounts to a large barn. And it's very clear that this barn has not been used for a while. The paint is peeling, the wood has started to dry rot. You can see there's just mounds of disturbed earth around it, little mounds. And you can see the remnants of a farmhouse, pieces of timber that were part of a split rail fence that has totally gone to seed. But there's no sign of the wagon, and there's no sign of anybody else.
What could possibly go wrong?
I would like to start with Detect Arcana, please.
What does Detect Arcana do, Sister May?
Let's see. It detects all supernatural persons, objects, or effects in sight, including invisible foes, enchantments, people or items, weird science devices, or so on. I can also tell the general type of enchantment with a raise.
All right, give me your faith check.
Yeah.
9.
9. So that's with a raise. All right. Well, you definitely detect the lingering. As your how does this look? How do you detect Arcana? Do you pray? Oh.
It does have the trappings of waving hands and whispered words, so I am going to be praying, but when I open my eyes, I wave it past my eyes as if I am like moving a veil so that I can see the truth.
Okay. You see vague wisps of a spell that is dissipating but seems to be lingering, and it seems to be rising up from those holes in the ground. You also detect... What else does it detect?
What doesn't it detect? That was a long list.
I know, right?
Sorry. Supernatural persons, objects, effects, items, weird science devices,
Oh.
and the general type of enchantment,
Oh no.
meaning
Wicker-
harmful, obscure, magic, or miracle.
Wickers is evil. Like, Wickers is supernatural. You can see kind of writing and threading its way through Wickers' corpse like some sort of diabolic snake. There's a Manitou spirit, essentially a demon. And you can see the strings as it kind of rears back. It sees you looking at him, and you can see it coming out of a hole in the back of his shoulder. And it's got 6 arms with, odd numbers of fingers on each hand, but they're not the same number of odd fingers, with little strings that go down to all of Wicker's fingers and all his elbows and his shoulder and his mouth and his neck, and down to his knees and his hips, and several that run along his spine. And the thing just kind of looks at you and goes like this, and as Wickers is riding, you can see his hand just goes like in motion. Wickers, you're used to sometimes your hand. You can
every
also...
so often.
Oh, go ahead.
It's just one of those things where he's absent-mindedly because he's focused on everything, taking in details, and so one of his absent ticks that he thinks is his absent tick is to drum on the horn of the saddle, and so when that happens, the tick 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 of claws.
You can see.
Oh, that's awesome.
You can see, sort of walking next to Leslie's horse, walking very slowly but seeming to keep pace with Leslie's horse no matter how fast you're riding, is a very pale man in what was once a nice suit but very tattered, and is shuffling a set of cards. But again, every time the cards shuffle, you can actually see like images pass in the cards. Images of Leslie stretched out on a rack, or Leslie murdering someone, or... They're not great images, Sister May. You can also see some an oppressive haze that seems to be rising up like a fog out of the Aspen forest. It's thin here, but it's still sending tendrils out from the forest, and you can see some of the tendrils reach all the way past you, all the way back in the direction you came. But there does seem to be a mass of this fog in and around the barn.
Well, that was a lot. How do I explain? There's too much. Let me sum up. I believe that our best place to start looking will be the barn, as that seems to have a supernatural cloud of evil around it. But also, there might be an underground element. But, underground rituals are probably too cliche to be real, but who knows? And we are probably going to have to deal with that Aspen forest sooner or later, but not now.
outside of the house, there's an aspen tree.
Reeg's house?
Yes.
Yeah.
I recall because that was the thing that he got a lot in his
Yeah.
apparent horticulture knowledge.
I was going to say,
Oh,
what?
that's right. Aspens all grow from the same root. Oh, that would explain a lot.
What does this explain?
It explains that we gotta burn down the whole forest.
I feel like you missed a
Dismounts.
step.
Or root out the evil. Root out the evil is fine.
Okay, this I understand.
With fire, preferably.
Okay.
But first the barn.
Okay, but you have promised no strange things in basement, so let's go.
Oh no, I did not promise that.
A wind kind of kicks up behind you, and you can see some of the boards on the barn start slapping together, like slapping against the frame, and the wind kind of giving that weird clacking noise. Which, if you've ever been in an old barn and a strong wind rolls by, you know exactly the noise I'm talking about.
I do.
It gives a low moan as it passes through the barn. And you can see, Leslie, you got the 19, right?
Yes.
You can clearly
It was
see...
noticed, though.
Yeah, no, that's fine. You can clearly see at the base of one of the aspen trees that, I mean, the trees have grown up right next to the barn. You can see that there's a massive hole around the base of the tree. And you can see that it looks like it's been... Some animal has dug it out, and it's made it larger and deeper. And you can also see some white, picked clean bones kind of poking out from the dirt. I would like a common knowledge roll from you.
Oh, I like common knowledge in real life. Okay, here we go.
One of the best skills in Deadlands and Savage Worlds. What does my character know about this world that I, the player, don't know? Great game
3.
design. A 3? You don't know.
Wait,
what
hold on. No. I'm going to spend a penny because this seems too much like common knowledge. Okay, 5.
5. You know, you've seen these things when you were coming down out this way originally, down from Sitka. That's right. I remember that Leslie's from Sitka.
Well done.
Or at least originally on this continent. You were told about these things. And now all of the holes in the ground make more sense to you, Leslie. Piranha dogs. They're like prairie dogs with bigger mouths and sharper teeth.
Okay, these holes, and it's stop, and I don't know if anybody listens to me, but I say stop. These holes have varmints with, they're like piranha dogs, but they're not dogs. They're much smaller. However, not to be taken lightly. Everywhere. So, like, how many are we talking seriously? Like you said, all over the place.
Oh, they are all over the place. If each one held a single piranha dog, you're looking at probably, I don't know, 100.
I never learned to count that high in your language. However, it is a very large number. And are any of you seeing this? This seems like something you would all know. However,
I did notice that there was quite a bit of evil coming from those as well.
evil, great. So yes, evil piranha dogs to the yes. Okay, so and now what? I cannot fly over there. So,
You notice that they're mostly on the north and western side of the barn, the side right up against the aspen grove. Bob, you got a 19, so that is
okay. Let's not go on the north and west side just yet.
So how do you guys want to? Oh, go ahead.
I say we go this way because obviously, no? In the direction of not piranha dogs? Just an idea.
I would like to warm up my holy symbol with glow, please.
All right, give me the faith test and spend your power points. All right, so do you guys? What's the plan here? Ada and Wickers and Leslie and Sister May. Are you guys following Leslie's lead around?
15.
Okay.
Following his lead for the plan, but taking the lead as the meat shield. So
I like meat shield in this particular context. However, in no other. So, going to carefully. I think that if you're going to warm up a symbol, I'm going to want to smite up the weapons. Smiting up weapons. However, I do not know this spell.
Just her.
All right, Bob. I got smite pulled up for you.
Yeah.
All right.
However,
duration is 5 turns. Power points 2 plus 1 for each additional target.
but there's only one person with weapons, or
Well, Ada's got her gun. Wickers has his.
Wickers is not carrying anything but the knives, but he's
Yeah, you can
he's
do
not looking like he.
Wickers knives. You have a gun, and Sister May has her thwomping stick.
okay. So 3 targets is going to be a -3. Is that what it is?
No. It
Or
just costs
-2?
you. It would cost you 5. It would cost you 4 power points to cast the spell on 3
Okay.
targets.
Okay,
And don't
I like
forget,
it.
Tank the Frank also says, don't forget, you can summon that ally if things go.
Only if I take a trip. Only if I take a trip into the Hellsmith Saloon, because I did not choose that as a spell.
Yeah.
I
But
will
you
say
can't-
though, Tank the Frank is striking me as a conjurationist wizard right now.
That's right.
They have a lot of thing about the summon ally.
That's right. It's a great spell. All right, Bob, give me
It is.
the spellcasting check.
All right. Oh, that's garbage. We're gonna spend another one of those. Oh my gosh. You might have to get some different dice. Okay, no, that's 8. Okay, that explodes though. Yes. Okay, 9. Okay, but it's 9.
9 is with a raise, which means everyone gets so Ada, Leslie, and Sister May, your weapons are enchanted. What does the enchantment look like? Is it flaming runes? Is it just like, the Ace of Spades kind of branded on the end of the? What does it look like here, Leslie?
No, I think it is. I think it is like the Ace of Spades. It is like, of all the suits, it is the most associated with death. And so absolutely, these are dark runes to go with my mood, because I am not able to go visit Scarlet at this moment. So it has put a considerable dampening on my typical sunny disposition.
Okay.
So this is what we got.
All right. So, Wickers, you're going in first. Yes.
Yep.
All right. I would like a stealth roll from everyone as you approach the barn, unless you don't, give a rip. In which case,
Oh no, we give rips.
Yep. You guys can give a rip. Wickers doesn't give a rip.
7.
8.
all right, 7, 8. We get a 9. Then I am obliged to make a dad joke.
5.
Saved by the 5.
Saved by the 5. You know why 7, 8, 9, Bob, right? Because you
No.
need 3 squared meals a day.
Oh, that's better than I thought it was. Thank you.
Yeah.
I wish I could hand out more bennies, but I cannot. Alas, I cannot.
I already got my 5, and I have a Benny in the hole with John Doom. He usually gives those to me. So, all right, you guys all sneak up except for Wickers, who I assume grabs the edge of the barn door and just.
Yep. He just rips that puppy open.
All right. The loft doors, you have lantern light kind of shedding, and you chanting voices sort of stop in the middle of chanting. And you can see that there are 18 cultists who are standing around in stained gray and robes with like green stains on them. And standing in the center of it all is Frank Denabe. Frank who took your guns. Frank who welcomed you into town. He turns and says, it was only a matter of time
Yep.
before you poked your nose. Oh, I'm sorry. Where it didn't belong, Wickers. I guess you just poked your holes where they didn't belong.
Roasted. My
But
guy, roasted.
you know what?
Frank,
It's all right.
enjoy ripping out your innards.
Oh, here's the thing. My dear Wickers, you, one, it's hard to understand you without your lips. But two, you're too late. The Forest Mother has already won. There is nothing you can do. And you hear a wet tearing noise from your right, where the horse stalls are. And in the box stall, Frank just kicks his foot against the door. And you see what looks like a stunted aspen tree. And as you watch, it pulls limbs free of the dirt, and it stands up, and the trunk opens up to a multiple serrated mouth. And you can see there are these fleshy sacs, almost amber-like, hanging from it. And in each of them, as it starts to move towards you, Wickers, there is a head bobbing around, screaming inside the amber fluid. And you recognize some of the men from the riot, or at least their heads. And the cultists draw their blades. Frank gives out a low whistle. And we're going to go into combat.
I'm
Can I
guessing
have
it's too late.
One last quip before we begin.
Sure.
Frank, I didn't know you were going to introduce me to your mother.
How? This is good.
Okay, I have a question. Detect Arcana says that it has a duration of 5.
Yes.
Did the walk over take whatever 5
No, it
means?
took 1.
Okay, so then can I see anything attached to Frank?
You can't see any. You do see one of those smoky tendrils, kind of is like, when you look at Frank, it's weird. Up until now, Frank's looked normal to you, Sister May, and I'll tell you what he looks like. I'm gonna let you tell me when to stop shuffling, JD, because you never start the fight.
Okay, good.
All right, you want me to cut?
Yes.
That work? Okay, just put it back like that? No, just kidding. All right, we're going to start with Leslie, work in a circle, or work in a clockwise circle, and then I will deal out to the rest. So, Leslie, appropriate, the deck giveth, Jack of Hearts, as you pine away for Scarlet. Ada, 4 of Hearts, low on the hearts, because...
I have quick. I get to redraw.
Oh, right. Oh, I'm sorry, Ada, Queen of Queen of Spades.
Oh.
As you go. Sister May, you only get 1 card, right? 4 of Spades. And Wickers, 6 of Diamonds. This is for Frank. Ooh, Jack of Diamonds. For Frank, giving you the feeling that while he is high up in the plot, he is not the king of the plot. The Aspen Skull Trap is much closer to that, as the King of Diamonds comes up for the Aspen Skull Trap. The cultists going on the King of Spades. And that whistling noise going on the 5 of Hearts. So, as we look around, let's kill some stuff, guys. All right, we've got Denabe, and then I've got the Aspen. And then I've got the cultists, and then I've got that thing you don't know about. All right, so...
Subtle. Very subtle.
Yes, thank you. King of Diamonds is the Aspen. The Aspen thing starts moving very slowly, jerkily at you as it's pulling up clods of dirt with its roots. And you can again see these fleshy sacs as it comes toward you.
Do you happen to have the token on hand? Because
I don't have it
show
on hand.
Oh.
Can I
interest us in a
no, it doesn't
Stumpy
work.
Woad boy?
I should have had it on the hand. All right. It knows what you are. And so, I need a fear check from you, Wickers. Actually, I need a spirit check from everyone at -2. As the skull trap, the Aspen thing is terrifying.
So I come up at a solid even because I get +2 to spirit rolls for
Mhm.
being a herald.
Oh, it's spirit. Yes.
Who's got spirit? Yes, you do, Bob.
Something.
Thank you, Lily.
Yeah. Iron
That
will.
is a 13 from Wickers.
All right, Leslie, what you got?
Hold on. I'm sorry. I just went to roll the wrong thing. You said spirit, right? Okay, D8.
Yeah.
Hold on. There's a +4 to this. Oh, 10.
All right, you are fine.
23.
Holy crap,
What?
Sister May.
God!
You
Sister
scared
May
them.
ain't scared of no ghost.
16.
All right, none of you are terrified
Okay.
by this thing, and that makes me deeply sad.
Sorry to ruin your day.
Just ruined it,
I'm
Bob.
not.
Just ruined it. Actually, that's not true.
A
Bob.
quick question: How large is the tree?
The tree is large, about 15 feet tall.
Okay.
All right, Leslie, it is coming at you and swinging with two bark-like tendril appendages as it attempts to pierce you through and through. What is your parry, sir?
4.
I'm sorry, not Leslie, Wickers.
I was gonna say, hold on.
I'm like, well, he's going to
Stealthy
skip
boy
right to
already
me.
been found? Damn.
That's right.
But all right. For me, the parry is 6.
The parry is 6. All right. So this thing has been worked up into a frenzy. And that doesn't seem to matter. I'm re-rolling that one because that was awful. Let's see what the
Wait,
second
who's
one
giving
got.
you bennies?
All right, so 1 hits, and the re-roll gives me, a 17. So that's definitely a hit with a raise. So the first one,
Toughness 9, by the way.
toughness
just a
9.
reminder.
The first one does nothing to you, sir. But the one that hits, it just hits, but it doesn't do a whole lot to you. The hit with the raise, however, he said, very hopeful. There we go. Reroll that. Uh, 6, 11, and 11 is 22. Your toughness is
9.
9, so that's 13 up on your toughness. So that would be 2 wounds and shaken. Would you like to spend a Benny to soak?
Yes. Yes, I would.
Yeah.
While I can ignore 1, I cannot ignore 2. So that is a vigor.
Making some quick change adjustments to my setup.
14 on the vigor.
All right, a 14 on the vigor means you take no damage. It hits you with the first tree limb. You can hear it snapping. It leaves little twigs and sap in your beard. Hey, thank you so much for the follow. The second one hits you, knocks you up against the barn door, but you stand up solid. However, it is now the cultists' turn. And the cultists come a-running, led by Denabe himself. And they come at you with daggers, Wickers. And there are a lot of them. They don't see the rest of the group because they went in all sneaky-like.
This is kind of the point.
There's how many points? How many cultists are there?
18.
Yeah, that's how many points.
There's only so many that can fit around me. Let's be clear.
Oh, that's true. Don't worry about that. Some of them are throwing open the back doors. About 10 of them go to the back doors and are starting to pull them open. And Wickers, you can see little beads of red light, like little tiny beads, like little points of eyes popping up on the north side of the barn. However, the rest of them do come for you. And let's see here. That's easy to do. Your parry is 6, correct?
Yes.
All right. I have just enough dice. All right, 3 of them hit, and because they're rolling d6 for fights, that means they roll with a rate, or they're hitting hard. All right, so 2 hit and 1 hits with a raise for damage. So their strength is a d6. We'll do it this way. These 2 and these 2. So
Yeah, it's a D6 plus a D4 for a knife.
that's right. Oh, don't worry about it. I got it all set up over here, Wickers.
I'm just saying it for the folks at home.
Oh, I appreciate
Yeah.
that.
It's the color
All
commentary.
right, so here we go. The first one that hits you, 7. Your toughness is 9, yes?
Yes.
Shakes you.
Okay.
The second one that hits you, we're at 10. 11, 12, 13. Wounds you.
Okay.
The third one, he comes in, as one hits you, the other one hits you kind of under the ribs, and this guy is bringing the dagger down, trying to get it right about there, Wickers. With Denabe roaring in the background. Kill him! End his life! Bring him to me. 10, 12, 15. So 15 is up 6. That's another. So that's 1 wound and shaken, 1 wound and shaken. Oh,
use,
John
Benny
and
for-
Tank definitely get bennies for the who let the dogs out reference and the response. Well done. I'm glad you are back. This is great to have you here. All right, Wickers, 2 more
Yes.
soak wounds. Yep.
Yeah, I'm soaking that last one, the one that had the raise.
All right, and then Ada
other
will be
one's-
going.
Goodness. 13.
All right, so you soak the one that came down on you, but the other one got his knife up under your ribs.
Yeah.
Ada, the light from the barn spills out. You get the distinct feeling that they're only seeing Wickers because none of them have seen you.
None of them have seen.
Yeah, you guys all
Anybody-
snuck up. Only Wickers is.
Okay, we were sneaky.
You were sneaky.
Do I have a shot at Frank?
Oh, you definitely have a shot at Frank.
Okay, because he, I trusted him.
You did trust him. You gave him your guns.
I should know better.
You
but-
should have known better.
Oh, there we go. 7?
7 will hit.
Okay,
But not with a raise. So,
but just my regular damage.
just your
But
regular.
I am also smiting with.
Oh, that's
like-
plus 4 damage. So roll your damage and then add 4 to it.
Yeah.
Wicker's bullet, you can hear the crack of Ada's rifle. You feel the bullet whiz past you. Sounding.
Six-
How much?
16.
16. Oh, man.
Is Denabe a wild card?
Denabe
course
is
he
a
is.
wild card.
He's a named baddie. Of course he's a wild card.
All right, 16
I
is
don't
up
care. I'm
10.
gonna eat
Denabe
those,
is making a vigor test.
I'm gonna eat those points.
And Denabe definitely needs to give a vigor test because that is 2 wounds, and I do not want that fun to end just yet. So,
I do. I'm hexing your dice from here.
you're hexing my dice from here. That feels wildly unfair, Lily. What have I ever done to you? 8.
Here, we'll just throw this among the lot.
So, Lily, you hit him, and you see the bullet go through, and he kind of steps back, and he doesn't seem hurt. It is now... Oh. Leslie's turn.
Okay, so quick order, since I haven't actually summoned ally before, and I got a Benny specifically.
To summon the ally. So here's how this works, Bob. You are making Tank the Frank's night, and I'm
Thank you, Tank.
I'm grateful for that. All right, so summon ally. Here's what you do. All right, you are right now a veteran hero, right?
Okay.
That's where your
Okay.
where your advancements are at. So right now, if you wanted to, this will hit very close to home for you, Bob. You can get Mammalian to mirror you and put a second Leslie on the board. So sort of a mimic
Yeah, sort of a mimic
tier,
I mean,
if you will.
Yeah.
Or if you want to, you could summon a Sentinel, a massive, the golem that you summoned last week, but there will be a penalty to the spellcasting check. But are you spending Tank the Frank's Benny to deal with
am.
Mammalian?
I am. Mammalian,
as you
is
get
gonna
there,
go visit.
He goes, "Oh, Leslie, it is good to see you. I see you're in quite some trouble. There
I never like how you say my name, but I am
Leslie.
here to play.
Well, let's play." All right, so you've
Play.
spent your Benny. You are trying to summon an ally. Are you trying to mimic yourself, or are you trying to cast or create a Sentinel?
Sentinel, because myself is only good if I can make other things that are not me.
That's right.
So
All
I start with spellcasting, or do I grab?
All right, first thing you do is you go with the power. You make your gambling roll to start.
It is gambling.
So right now you're at 5, 6 because of your traits, 7 because of your traits.
Okay. I should just know it's all d8s. 6. 6 is what I rolled.
All right, so 6 will get you to 8 cards. If you got a raise, you would get to 9 cards.
But I would have to re-roll.
You'd have to re-roll, and you're already. Oh, you get one free roll when making one free re-roll when making the gambling skill.
Really?
Yeah, card sharp, buddy.
Must I abide by it?
I will look that up. I believe you get with a re-roll, you have to abide by the new one.
Oh man, a 6 out of 8 is not bad.
Did you roll your wild card die too?
Yeah, it was only a 5.
Okay.
You take the highest die, right?
Yeah, you always take the highest one.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
You would
it's a-
re-roll all of them.
Hmm.
You
No,
may
let's
keep
stick with
any
8
of the
cards.
totals generated. So you're guaranteed at least a 6 here.
Oh heck yeah! Okay, I'll take that. And seeing pair of 3s.
Okay.
Okay.
So you get to draw your base 5, card sharp 6, 7 for the roll. So Bob, 7 cards. What's your best hand? Right now, you're going to need 8 power points worth to generate this spell.
7. Okay, I counted wrong. Oh man. Okay, so 8 power points. I get them from a million though. So,
Yes, you get them from a mailing.
All right, I got 2 pair. 7s over 5s.
2 pair gets you done 5 power points. So the way this works, you now make your spellcasting check. You are at -2 because you're going for a heroic level.
Yeah. Spellcasting time.
And -1 for each power point you came up short. Which means you're at a -5 to the spellcasting check. Now, just so you know, if you ever generate more power points than you need, each extra one is a bonus to this roll.
Yeah.
So,
However, not in this case. Okay. Man, 2 pair didn't just let me down.
2 pair let you down, man.
Okay, but these explode still,
These
right?
do explode.
So, 14.
14 -5 is 9, so it goes off with
Yes.
a raise.
Yes.
Bob, what does your 8-foot tall sentinel look like?
That's 8 foot tall sentinel. I'm obviously horrified somewhat by this crazy birch thing. And so when he spawns, his hands are just massive blades, tree felling blades, like the double sided ones.
Yeah.
Like that you see. So he can just like lay waste back and forth, back and forth. I don't even know what he's capable of. He doesn't know what he's capable of. But most importantly, the tree doesn't know what he's capable of.
The
So
tree
here goes.
Bob, I am texting you a picture of your sentinel stats right now, and your sentinel may go immediately.
I don't have my phone because I intentionally.
It's, on
okay, here it is.
it's on Discord.
Never mind.
It is coming across as we speak.
Mm-hmm.
It is beefy, to say the least.
Holy crap. Okay.
Yeah.
I like this. All right.
Yeah.
A little hard to read, but I got this.
All right, what are you doing, sir? Now, it does have sweep, which means if you go wading into combat. And I would like to point out, Tank the Frank was worried that he doomed the whole party right there, but he did not. And I love that you were immediately invested in this role.
We are always convinced we just doomed the whole party.
That's
so
right.
Join the team.
So you can make your creature can make a single fight check
Yeah.
at -2 and hit
Sweet.
every enemy within range. So I would allow you to hit up to 5 of the cultists and the tree with a single hit.
But it's a -2.
To the
To
-2 to the roll, and you compare it to everything.
Okay, and it's from its fighting. Fighting. Wow, I can roll a 10, guys. Check this out. I don't roll 10s. Okay, so this is his fight. This is going to be -2. -2. Can I spend bennies?
You can spend bennies on
behalf.
behalf of your sentinel.
I'm running through the bennies like crazy right now. Okay, so 7 is going to get me. Oh no, 7 works. -2.
Yeah, 7 gets you to a 5. So there's no
Okay.
extra damage. But what's your
Okay.
base damage? Oh, let's just double check here. You definitely hit. So you're hitting the aspen.
Yes,
The
so-
aspen tree, and then you're hitting the cultists. So go ahead and roll your damage.
But where am I seeing damage? I'm sorry.
Sorry, on its claws.
Edges,
So it's
gears,
got
and-
its melee attack is its strength plus a D8. So it's a D12 plus 2 plus a D8.
Wow. 12 plus. Sorry, that was a lot of numbers, and I am stricken with ADD, crippling ADD.
No, don't worry, I got you. D12
worry,
and a
don't worry.
D8, and then add 2 to it, and they ace as well.
You did say
Yeah.
say a D8. Okay.
Oh,
Jeez.
Sarah gets a Benny. That was great.
9.
9 points of damage. All right, so I've got good news and I got bad news.
Yeah.
The good news is, with one sweep, your sentinel cuts 5 of the 18 cultists just clean in 2. Their entrails become their extrails and litter the floor of the barn. But he hits the side of the aspen, and it comes to a stop. And the aspen kind of looks. It actually clips one of the sacks, and this amber fluid just comes gushing out of it, and this head comes out screaming and hits the ground and rolls into the dirt, which just muffles the scream in the mud as it sucks some of the mud back into its mouth, kind of. It is now Denebe's turn. Well done, Bob. That was a great sentinel. So now you have 2 characters control in this fight.
Well done. That was disgusting. Step in my office.
I appreciate that, Bob. Thank you. That means just so much to me. All right. So Denebe kind of makes a clawing motion up, and some of the blood from the ground and some of the amber fluid starts swirling around him. Sister May, you recognize that he has just cast a spell, and to your arcane eyes, it is deflection. You know deflection. So it's a -4 to hit him with ranged attacks, or from any attacks while the deflection is up. And then, with the whistle, you see 3 more of these little piranha dogs poke their heads out of the same stall that the aspen thing was in. They seem somebody has wrapped something around them. It is now Wicker's turn.
But it's not Wicker's turn.
You letting the devil out?
It's time for
we're doing this.
Aswasi to have some time to play, because this is going to be necessary.
This went so well last time. This went so
I'm
be a
sorry,
Bob.
but not.
Pretty sure I get to go at some point.
Oh, that is Sister
Oh.
May's 6. I apologize.
Yeah,
You're up 6,
yeah,
Sister
yeah,
May.
yeah.
Are you going to let the devil out?
That's right. Sister May lets the devil out. Don't worry, Wickers. I'm shuffling the beautiful Harrowed cards that I got
Thank you.
with
Thank
my
you.
Deadlands set. Sister May, what are
how
you doing?
lovely.
Forgive my ignorance, but you have to cast a power in order to use a power modifier, yes?
That is correct.
Okay, then I would like to cast lower trait on the tree creature with the added lingering damage trait going to Ada because she's more likely to be able to hit it from a distance. Or no, I lied. Can I cast it on the... Can I do lingering damage on...
You'd
Do I
have to
have
do
to
it on
cast
the
it-
tree. You'd have to do it on the tree.
But that would that mean that he has lingering damage to use on us, or that he
No.
has...
Basically, you have to cast it on an attack spell. So it couldn't be done on boost or lower trait. It has to be on an attack. Because what happens is on the next turn, they suffer the base damage minus 1 die. So basically, the damage continues to linger on as it moves forward.
I don't think I have any attack spells.
You do not at this point.
Just punch it.
You
Do you have a
could.
demon that you can barter with?
You could make a
She has
strong lower trait spell where you could make it harder for him to shake it off. You could make it slower as well as by hindering it.
Would that be considered an attack spell that I could then add lingering damage?
No, it actually has to inflict damage. So like if you did 2d8 with a spell, it would do 2d6 the next turn. That's how the lingering part works.
Oh,
Hey, Restart,
I am-
good to see you, buddy.
less useful then.
Said no one in the party.
Yeah.
Benny's from heaven, indeed.
That's right.
Because the only thing I can think of that would be helpful is if I used a Benny to say that there was a lit lamp that I could toss at the Aspen's feet.
Well,
I mean, you could toss the
But
lamp.
that puts everybody else in danger, so I'm really...
don't worry about me. I'm
No,
waiting.
it just puts me in danger.
See?
Do it.
See what we did there?
I ain't scared.
You gonna throw the lantern at it, Sister May?
Yeah,
All
we
right,
did.
Sister May. I would love for you to give me an athletics check.
Oh, this will be good.
Actually, this would be a fighting roll.
Why? She's just loud.
Because it is throwing a improvised weapon object.
Oh,
Are you trying to hit the tree, or are you just trying to throw it in the area? That's what I thought. But you know what?
If it's in the area, it's athletics. If she's throwing it directly at the tree, then it's a fighting roll.
I will allow it. You can make a fighting roll, Sister May, if that's any better for you.
I'm gonna spend a penny to re-roll that.
Seems fair. Seems fair.
Well, I at least got to a 4.
Hey,
I will come back to you,
It only has
Sister
to be
May.
close, and hand grenades and horseshoes, and cigar... Wait, cigars...
There's hand grenades and atomic bombs.
Right! Right.
But we don't know about that last thing yet. Ghost rock bombs.
Ghost rock bombs. All right, let's see here. Aim. All right, area of effect attacks. Target the location rather than the individual. A basic success means those beneath the template. So this would actually have been a shooting roll or athletics for breath weapons or other attacks. What did you get? Would your shooting die have been the same as your fighting die?
Yes, actually.
All right, I will allow it to stay there. All right, so it hits 2 targets, and Wickers is the other target in the area. So, Sister May, as the oil spreads and the fire goes off, there is no multiple damage. Like, you didn't get a raise on it, but we're gonna call it.
Does it have to make a fear roll?
I will let you know that in a second. And I gotta let you know what's going on. All right, so this would be 2d6 damage. Would you mind rolling that for me? This will ace. Hey, Zach, good to see you. Anything ace?
I've never been happy.
No, just a 5.
A 5. All right, so Wickers takes.
Wait,
no...
is this the 2 die together?
Yeah, add the 2 dice together.
Sorry, 7.
Okay. So Wickers is still fine this round. However, that's an 11 against the tree because the tree does take extra damage from fire attacks because of its sap. The sap starts sparking and carrying the flames up there. So with an 11,
Sister May, with this fire that you just cast, can you yell, how about a little fire scarecrow?
that's
Well, I was going to say something. That's awesome. I was going to say something along the lines of, that flesh doesn't belong to you.
At this point, nothing happens to either of them, although the flames have the potential of doing more. However, I will say, Sister May, as you look past to Denabe, you can see Denabe's skin is flaking to your arcane sight like the bark of a birch tree, and you can see kind of little birch branches and offshoots poking out of his skin ethereally, as if he were possessed by a tree itself. Now, I'm so sorry, Wickers.
Be what it be.
The 3 prairie or piranha dogs, piranha dogs come rushing out of the stall. They come rushing towards anyone not wearing the robes of the cultists, which right now is 1 for Wickers, 1 for Sister May, and Ada, call it high or low.
Low.
All right, and 1 for Ada. And you
It
can.
does have a minus for me and has to make the spirit attack, I think.
This is not a supernatural evil creature.
Just a critter.
It's just a critter.
To be fair, it seems kind of supernatural because what is a piranha dog?
I know. It is like a scary version of a prairie dog. However, these ones, Leslie, your 19 notice is still up, and you can see some unscrupulous person has
Whistling.
has strapped nitroglycerin to these prairie dogs.
Oh, that is unscrupulous.
And 2 of them are going to try and attack Sister May and Ada. And the other one explodes when it comes in contact with the fire. Around Sister May, or around our good friend Wickers and the tree. So,
there's a roll I need to make, I think.
all right, so Sister May. The prairie dog does not attack you, or does not hit you. Neither does the prairie dog or the piranha dog hit Ada. However, the explosion is massive. If you are standing in the doorway, which is all of you, you are all knocked flat on your collective rears. As Wickers and the tree take... Oh no.
I'm loath to say it, but John Doom has given you a Benny because he enjoys the exploding varmint things that you have.
John Doom, whose side are you on?
Very, very clearly mine.
He's given everybody bennies before. He's chaotic neutral. It's fine.
It's chaotic neutral at best. All right, Wickers, the tree takes 29 points of fire damage. You, sir, take less. 25.
I don't like how you just. I was gonna say I don't like how you just said less.
So that's 17. 17 over your. So 4, 8, 12, 16. That, sir, is 4 wounds. The tree takes 28 with a toughness of 14, which drops it to 14. So 4, 8, 12. 3 wounds on the tree. The tree is going to soak that nonsense.
Right there with the tree.
That's right. The first thing you and the tree have agreed on all night.
Holy cow.
We are in a barn.
Well, 1 die ace, but I still only rolled a 9, which will take it from 3 to 1 wound on the tree.
Oh, Bob, that was the best.
I'm not sure how I managed to get a solid 22, but I did, by gum.
Those wounds,
Wow.
Wicker.
All right, Wickers, you get thrown through one of the horse stalls, and you can see on the other side of the horse stalls there are all Aspen Pods. And you can see, lying at the foot of each pod, is one of the miners asleep. And you can see like a bottle of laudanum that has been knocked over. But inside each of the pods is an identical version of the person lying at their feet, as if the tree is getting ready to birth a doppelganger. And it's your turn.
I'll get back to you. Oh. Gets up, and now he will go. All right, you get the right side saddle this time. And he will start walking out, and as he's walking, the change will start to occur where the horns will pull out, the eye will bust through his skull again, and then his smile, now that it's already pre-ripped, just gets whiter.
That's
and
right.
The serration of the
Deficiency.
teeth. And Aswazit is the one that walks up and goes, all right then, let's play. And he's gonna go to wailing on this tree here. And
The tree is on fire.
the tree is on fire, and it'd be nice if it was broken and on fire.
Okay.
So I believe I add an additional D6 to my rolls, having let the devil out, correct?
I will look that up. I believe so.
Yes.
Is he just
yes, please
punching
look
the
that up
tree?
before I start rolling?
Is he just punching the tree? This is not
He's got
Minecraft.
claws.
Oh, gotcha.
I do not actually have claws. I did not take claws.
Oh, okay.
That's what Brawler's for. It's for him to
It
box
is
it
like
out.
Minecraft.
Yes, he is punching trees to make wood.
Yeah. Go punch trees.
John doing this seemed to censor a portion of his text. That's good.
It's just martial arts training.
I
I have to punch
appreciate
I have to punch a tree at least once in every game I play. I've noticed
good.
this about myself now. It happens at least once.
that.
Only
Give
this
me the
time the
roll,
tree's going to
Wickers.
hit back. Well, I'm waiting on you to let me know.
Go ahead and
how-
start it. I'll let you know if you get the extra d6.
Okay. Hot dog. Hot dog.
Give trees a
All right.
chance.
You get an extra d6 to all trait and damage rolls for the next 5 rounds.
All right. So I will go ahead and add that. Okay. So that comes out to 16.
16. That is a hit with a raise. So go ahead and roll your damage with the extra d6 for being a harrowed and the extra d6 on the raise. As Wickers just comes out,
Just comes in with
Brawling.
a strong right. Yeah,
Yeah.
he just comes up with a strong right to this thing's midsection? It's everything, really?
Trunk-ish area.
or if we were in Britain, it's bootish area.
Oh, gotcha. I see what you did there.
Thank
It's very
you.
Ted Lasso.
I think
Very Ted Lasso.
still my favorite line in the whole show. You would be in cahoots with Puss in Boots. That whole like, and then they move on. That was, wow. What'd you get, Wickers?
All right, so that is 18, though I did intend for this to be a 1-2 punch, so -2 to the attack, which I believe still would have hit. It was at a 16, so 14. Would
Yes,
have
that still
been
hits.
enough
So go ahead and roll it again.
Okay. All right, well, that was me just making sure. So,
Yeah, so 16 damage on this one.
yes, 16 damage on this one.
You hit it, nothing happens. Like, your fist rebounds off of it.
Well, this might make it wake up a little.
We need to do more fire.
I don't know who. I just need to send a big thank you to Matthew Cutter, whoever designed this Aspen Skull Trap monster.
31 on the...
All right, so that will hit for 3 wounds as you come around the other side, and it is going to try and soak it. I will take that and drop it to 1 more wound. So 2 wounds have been dealt to the strange Aspen abomination. As the next round begins, the cards come flying out, starting with my wild cards. Leslie, the 8 of spades, because there are 2 of you. So it's like
you pulled 2 cards for me.
Oh, I didn't pull 2 cards for you. I apologize.
No, that's quite all right.
5 of clubs. So you're going to want the 8 of spades.
I'll accept that.
Ada, I stopped pulling for you when you got the Joker. So that's everyone on your side gets a Benny, and you get a +2 damage this round. 7 of diamonds for Sister May, and 7 of clubs for Wickers, who's obviously just
Clubbing.
Oh,
8 of hearts for Denabe.
It's double damage.
It's double damage for you. You've got a talent for that, don't you?
It's dead shot.
You are a
It's
dead
dead.
shot. 6 of clubs for the Aspen, a little slowed down from all of the punching. 9 of hearts for the cultists, the remaining 13 that are still alive. And 10 of diamonds for my nitro-laden piranha dogs. Yes! So, Ada, you get to go whenever you want. You let me know, because those little nippers are coming for you and Sister May.
I know. I kind of want to kick them into the trees, but I think that's going to make things worse.
Are you interrupting them, or are you going to let them attack?
I'm going to let them attack.
Okay.
I'm nowhere near this, right? I'm just outside.
Well, Ada, one of them gets you. Bites you right in the thigh.
With the nitroglycerin or just with the teeth?
Well, not with the nitroglycerin. It can't bite with the nitro, but...
Oh,
Hey,
no.
this is a weird west.
This is a weird west, but apparently... Holy crap, it found a vein. Maybe an artery. I rolled with a D4. I aced 3 times and got a 15. Ada, your toughness is 5, so that would be 2 wounds. Do you want to soak at it?
Yeah, I'll soak it.
That's right. John pointed out you can't interrupt even during someone's turn. You just got to make an agility roll. Sister May, the good news is this one didn't hit you. It sort of leapt up, and in slow motion, as you look down at this thing and it looks up at you, you see it turns and it lands on its back and explodes. They explode if they roll. If they fumble a fighting check.
Nice.
So, Sister May, you and Leslie are caught in this blast.
Damn. If only we could have interrupted this,
Dynamite-laden prairie dogs is going to be the new.
That's right. That's what's going to take you guys out. That's right.
Piranha dogs.
So
Piranha
you both take a wound and are shaken, unless you want to soak this. Did you soak, Ada?
I soaked with a 7, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So that'll take away the wound and the shaken. You're fine.
Yep.
Leslie's soaking and Sister May is soaking.
That's vigor, correcto?
That is vigor.
5.
You soak the wound and are not shaken.
Take it. No.
Sister May! Blown up by a piranha dog. This is the best adventure ever written. It is now the cultist's turn.
No.
Now you're interrupting?
No, I'm going to shoot Denabe again. I'm not sure that he has control over the cultists, but we're not having this.
All right, so it is a -4 to shoot him because of the spell.
I don't care.
All right, so you're going to need a...
Fair enough.
You're going to need a 8 on the die
8.
to hit him. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Ada lines up the shot. Cultists moving around a burning aspen. Exploding piranha dogs all around it.
My golem.
You're just chopping at this thing. What'd you get, Ada?
I did not succeed.
Did you spend a Benny?
I did. I did not succeed the second time either.
Spend another Benny.
I'm out
We
of.
can keep doing this.
I'm pretty sure I've used 4 tonight, and that's where we're
Can
at.
I spend a penny?
You cannot spend. Only the chat can spend bennies on behalf of the party. All right. So
fair.
it is the 8 of spades. The 8 of spades. Bob, you are up.
Okay, so how badly did Sister May? I mean,
She
am
took
I
a wound
perceiving-
and is shaken.
This is not good for our healer, though.
That is
See,
correct.
I'm torn. I can do big fire to the big tree, or I could try and heal the healer. I'm concerned that you won't be able to heal someone in a pinch who would do it better than me. However, again, I don't have that spell, any kind of healing spell.
You'd have to deal with.
I know. I'm gonna go. I have to spend a penny, though, right?
You do.
Let's slip in. I'm back.
Every
I'm
time
back.
you spend a Benny, Leslie, you see that he seems a little more youthful, a little more invigorated.
I like
Yes, you should definitely help out, Leslie. That good church woman of yours. You know that she would probably greatly appreciate where your healing is coming from. I'll make sure to let her know the next time she goes to sleep.
You'll mind your foul tongue and keep your dreams only to my head. What did I roll again? Sorry. It is gambling.
It is, yeah, you're going to start with gambling. Thank you, Sarah. I appreciate that. Every time it comes up, it's what plays in my head for like the next 3 combat turns.
9.
9. All right, Bob, that's with a raise. You get your base 5, your 1 for card sharp, and 2 more. Tell me what your best hand is with 8 cards.
Okay, 8 cards. I like it. Because of the raise.
Because of the raise, yep.
This last one was. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. How do we handle jokers? Are they wild?
Jokers are wild.
Okay. Just making sure because I don't know.
Yeah.
So the best I could do is full house, queens over 4s.
So, Bob, that is 10 power points. The effect is doubled. So, I'm going to just say, I'm going to describe it here in a second. So, Bob, you only needed 3 power points. So you get to make your spellcasting test at +7.
Wow. That ain't bad.
No?
I lost track. What was that number again? I'm kidding. It's awesome. It's 13 total then.
All right. So, Sister May, to your eyes. So, Bob, what does it look like when Leslie casts this healing spell on Sister May?
Considerably different. It's considerably different than what I normally do. I kind of pull out the deck and I fan it once horizontally and about twice vertically, and it becomes a large blanket that I'm able to waft over her. I don't know if she's laying down, standing there, whatever, but maybe wrap it around like comforting shawl.
You definitely get the feeling, Sister May, that this kind of came from some wellspring that is not that man walking next to Leslie. This was something deeper that was drawn upon, and you are not shaken, nor are you wounded. My next card is Denabe himself, who hisses in frustration at you, looking at his screams echoing the screams of the burning aspen tree. No! No! Headstone Hill will be mine. I will sacrifice all of you to the Dark Forest Mother. And he comes in and let's see here. He runs up, he gets right up on you, Wickers, and he tries to draw the dagger right across your throat.
Okay.
What's your parry, sir?
Parry is 6.
And I hate to interrupt, but doesn't Leslie's thing get to go?
Oh,
when he
you're
goes?
true. Leslie,
Oh,
would you
yes.
like your sentinel to cut down some more cultists as they come rushing in, and possibly also the tree?
I'd
Or
love to
even
cut down the
Denabe.
tree, but it didn't do anything. So let's just sweep, though. Sweeping. But I already forgot.
So here's the thing.
mad-
So, Bob, you can hit the tree and Denebe, or you can hit the tree and 5 cultists, or you can hit 5 cultists and Denebe. Who are you?
5 cultists in Denebe.
All right,
5
give me the
cultists in
roll.
Denebe because he wasn't impressed with his own strength last time. Sorry, it's a fighting, and he is. I have to look back at this thing. I can print this out maybe and use it in the future, right?
Yeah, totally. I will
feel-
get you a much nicer version to use in the future.
Crud, where did you send it to me at?
Discord.
Sorry.
Don't worry,
Discord.
man. Hey, you're
This
getting
is the way I do
something
this.
new. Don't you worry about it. I'm gonna pull it up here. Bob, you're gonna roll a D10 for his fighting die.
Okay. Thank you for the help. 'Cause,
I got you, man.
I can also barely read it.
I'm so mad at myself.
9. Oh, wait. No, 6 is on the
I forgot
12.
my soul eater.
18. Okay, 20. 20 total. That ain't bad. I almost overlooked the 6.
All right, so Bob, I'd like you to
exploded.
roll a D12, a D8, and a D6, and add 2 to that total. And remember, any
So
of these
much
dice
calculus.
ace as well.
So much calculus. Okay, so 9. 15.
That includes
All
the plus
right.
2.
Yeah.
All right, so another 5 cultists get. Oh no, you weren't going after the cultists. You were going after the cultists in Denebe. So
Yeah,
5
cultists
more.
in-
There are only 8 cultists, and they all look like they're about to make a morale check. But Denebe, you hit, and you can see it comes right across his chest. That's 9. That's 2 wounds. He's going to spend a Benny to try and soak this.
Try.
And fail.
Bigger, right? And then one of those. Carry the 1.
Okay, 1 and
That looks like a natty 1.
That is 2
Oh.
natty ones, and so
AKA Snake Eyes.
he takes 2 wounds as Leslie Sentinel cuts a bloody gash down his chest. All right,
takes 2.
now, all right, so that was the 8. He still gets to go. He's going to try and hit you, but he now has 2 wounds to deal with
Hey,
on top of that.
it's
As he
a mu-
staggers back, you can see
Is he try-
blood and sap flowing from the wound, and he brings the knife and tries to get it across your throat, Wickers. Oh,
Let's see, he's gonna have to work.
He's going to make this with penalties.
what's the penalty that he's got to make it with
Well,
with a
it's 2
minus.
wounds.
He's got to make it with a -2. So 14 minus 2 is 12. What's your parry at now?
Parry's still at 6, so he
at
still
six.
hits with a raise.
So he hits with a raise. All right, strength is a D10. D10 and 2D4. And
He's sitting at my level.
a D6.
Cultists don't dance.
6, 7, 14.
No, cats don't dance.
14, 20, 25. Off your toughness of 8 is 17. 4,
Toughness
8.
of 9.
Toughness of 9. 13, 17. 2 wounds.
I will use my final Benny that thankfully I got from somebody drawing a Joker.
Yes.
And
Oh, hold on. I was told I could
I
Benny
get
the
to-
damage to see if I can
What?
get better.
I get to roll this one with an additional D6 because
Yes,
Auspices
you
out
do.
to play.
You do, Rook.
But you have to wait now.
I get to Benny the damage.
Ooh.
The chat,
Because Ysera loves the marshal too much.
not too much. I think just enough.
Oh, that's a little too much.
Okay, well, that's 22.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, wait, no?
Now
Am I not
Ysera's-
benning the
Ysera's
damage, or are you
saying
benning the
no.
soak?
Which one? This is important now.
Oh, the chat delay is like, oh.
Oh,
Okay,
Oh.
it's so.
but I
Thank
rolled
you.
a 32. It was so much better. Stolen from me.
Isra,
Uh,
I thank you. You are a gentle person and a scholar. No, don't you do it, John. No.
oh, so now we have Benny's flying.
He's flying back and forth.
It's
So-
like Nam.
All right. So
Okay,
what's
so hold
happening
on.
now? There's
Your
a lot
toughness
happening.
is 9. Yes?
Yes, my
All
toughness
right,
is
so
9.
21 is what is over your toughness. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. 5 wounds. And shaken. If you may be stirred here at this point.
Oh. Why are we not burning down the entire barn?
Well, I appreciate it, Sarah. We'll see what happens here. Oh, you better fucking ace.
No wound cap.
Sorry. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Okay. Over 20, over the damage thing. My brain stopped calculating after a point, but it's definitely over that.
9,000.
It's like 20, 26?
Okay, so
Maybe?
26 is enough to soak the whole thing.
Okay.
All right.
Numbers. My brain frizzed out.
All right, again,
So
Wickers,
you
you kind of roll away as Frank gets thrown back. It is now Sister May's turn. A little peace
Aw.
in the midst of chaos. Oh wait, it's Sister May's turn. You set a bunch of things on fire. I'm going to roll for that for you.
Oh.
I'm on fire.
You are on fire.
I also have a question.
Yes.
When Rook was blown through the stall, did that reveal that information to the rest of
Oh
us?
yeah, definitely.
Great. I am going to make it. Nobody's wounded right now, yes?
Oh, I'm my tree is hurting. So is Denabe.
Sweet.
I hurt.
Our side.
I technically am in pain.
Like you are wounded?
I have a singular wound, which I'm thankfully able to not
Ignore.
worry about too much.
Ignore the penalty on yeah.
Yes, but
Nice.
it still stings.
Mm-hmm.
And where is the devil dog, demon dog, hot dog?
Piranha dog?
Piranha dogs.
piranha dog? Where is the other one?
The other one is currently nipping about Ada's feet.
Is that something that I can attempt to catch and throw?
Oh my
I would allow you to make so to catch it would be an athletics check, and then at -2, and then you would also make the fighting roll at -2 to throw the piranha dog.
Okay.
Looking at something.
I-
She's just gonna.
I pre-rolled that one, so I succeed because I rolled a 9.
Yeah, don't forget the -2. Yeah, Wickers, the fire for you, my friend.
Mhm.
I'm just throwing my dice everywhere tonight. I'm so excited. It was a good combat.
Yes.
Ah, Wickers, you take no damage. I rolled double ones.
Oh. Nice.
Aswasit isn't scared of no fire.
And then I rolled an 8 for the fighting, so that's still good, yes?
With the -2.
Yeah.
All right.
Because that would be a 6, and that's still a success, yes?
JD, you yes, but a 6 is not good enough to get the raise. That's why I was asking. All right, JD, I would like you to roll 3d6 of damage for me, and remember these ace. It does go out, John. Thank you for reminding me. Wickers, you are no longer on fire.
Whoa.
14.
But you are smoking.
Anything below any of those ace, JD? Because they do ace. Okay, 14 plus 4 is 18. I can still do math. All right, so that is all right. So he took a wound from the fire, and JD, it's got to take a wound from the prairie dog that you just threw at it, which is the weirdest thing I've ever said in a game.
Piranha dog.
Piranha dog. That makes me feel slightly better. Thank you.
Watch the nitro glist.
All right, let's see here. A 10 soaks the wound. The tree on fire stumbles back.
Ah. No.
No, you get away from me.
It is now Wicker's turn. Denabe is on you. What do you do?
Going to cast Lay on Hands. I'm going to lay these hands upside his head.
Oh.
Go for it.
So It's going to be another 1/2, so -2 penalty.
All right. And then, well, an additional -4 for the deflection that's up. That's a -6 total.
So -6. So
That's fine.
14. 14 total to hit.
On the first one or both?
First one.
Okay. That hits with a raise.
Okay.
With
Yes,
the minus
I'm trying to keep it so that I'm keeping track of things across the board.
Yeah, and I'm totally giving
If I roll twice, I'll
John.
get lost.
I realize John is helping me here. I always like to rely on the chat. So John gets a Benny for helping me, but it's also a self-serving Benny because I know there's at least a 60% chance that Benny's coming back to me. I'm really looking forward to drawing this Harrowed card.
Can you Benny that?
15.
15, they
Is
both
the
hit with a
damage.
raise. Oh, 15 is the damage.
That was the damage.
All
That's
right,
the damage for the first blow.
He is going to try to soak it. Grab the right dice here. He soaks it.
Okay. And I will swing with the other hand here.
You hit him and it's like punching that tree, only smaller.
And fleshier.
Not really.
No?
Well,
No.
apparently it's becoming more and more apparent that
He is not
Chris is
human.
left-handed.
That's right.
Oh.
Because the left hand
I'll have you know I'm not left-handed.
I'll have you know I'm not left-handed. I have a secret tree as well. I don't know. Ooh, nice one everywhere.
Oh, Bob, I got to send you a picture of these cards. They got a slight skull watermark behind them. It's awesome.
All right.
I do like that.
It'll be a 10 with the 6 pulled away.
Okay.
10 total.
That hits with a raise.
Okay. Dog.
And then it's the Aspen's turn.
There. I feel like an idiot.
Okay.
I just rolled the wrong die. I rolled the wrong primary die because I forgot that my strength was up at 10. Roll that again.
Aspen's and
Okay, there we
Cultist
go.
next. Oh my.
Mm-mm. I should start saying what decks I use every week.
Yeah.
Today we're using the Oddfellows deck from the recent Kickstarter.
Right.
I backed
26 damage.
All right. That will
How are
definitely.
you doing that?
What does it look like? Wickers.
So the first hit comes in. It
Doesn't
just
do
hits
anything.
the deflection.
Yep.
It hits the deflection, the blood and the bark coalesce and just stop him dead. But then Posse looks into his eyes and goes, "Oh, you think she gets to have you? No, no, no." And we'll just come around with the left and just punch him in the trachea, and the sound of audible crunching goes through. And now I will use Soul Eater because I remember it.
So neat.
All right. Well, he's soul
So-
eating. The cultists are coming in. Actually, no, the cultists are going to make a spirit check.
Yes.
They are sticking around.
No.
Yeah, sorry about that, Bob. I gave it a fair shake, but you know, sometimes the cultists are just too dumb to run away. All right, there are 8 left, and there are 4 of you. How many did you get back, Wickers?
I get 1 back because it's per hit
Yeah.
that happens, and I managed to scrape by because of the subtraction of the -2. I get scrape by with 4.
Nice.
Scraping
So I get my 1 back. Whew.
All right. As they come rushing in, Bob, one of them hits you pretty damn hard, Leslie, with a 16. Wickers, both of them miss you. Ada, the 2 on you also. Oh, one of them hits you with a 5. And Sister May, one of them hits you with a 5. So we'll start with Ada and Sister May. D6 and a D4. All right, Ada. They shake you. You're shaken. Sister May, you are 7, 10. You are take a wound and are shaken, Sister May. Leslie, it is your lucky day, as even with the raise, they rolled a total of 5, which is also your toughness. So
Yeah,
you are shaken. You are shaken. You just take no damage from it.
Okay.
All right.
And what does shaken mean again? Shaken
You
means
can't take an action. You have to make unless you make a spirit roll at the start of the turn.
Spirit I can do. Okay.
Can I soak?
You could choose to soak this if you wanted, yes. Or you can save your Benny to
do awesome things.
To just automatically remove the shaken characteristic at the start of your turn if your roll fails.
Try the roll.
But being wounded gives me
you got
minuses, right?
You got a wound, yes, so you can soak. All right, new cards. Well, Sister May is making her soak roll. Bob.
A 5 is okay, right?
5 is okay. You soaked it. You are not shaken. Bob, the card of Scarlet comes off. Yep, and the better of the 2 cards is the Queen of Hearts.
Oh, this is amazing.
The better of the 2 cards for Ada joining in is the Queen of Diamonds. Sister May, Red Joker. So everyone gets a Benny, and Sister May gets +2 to everything. And Wickers, 9 of Spades, Death Dealer, you are. The Tree, going on 6 of Spades. The Cultists, going on 3 of Clubs. So, Sister May, would you like to interrupt?
I think I will. And because I have a +2, I'm going to do a double action. I am going to run past Wickers, so that I can touch him on the shoulder, and heal him. While I am running to the stalls. That you would consider that 2 actions, right? Because you usually penalize me for walking and talking.
No, that's not true.
Walking and talking.
You have a pace of 6. You can make it in there just fine.
Okay. Well, I'm doing those.
Is there something else you want to do? Oh, Restar gets a Benny for running in heels. Running in heels.
Get it? Heels. It's even better when you
Origin
can
of
see
the
the
ambulance.
Yes.
I think that I can wait to start detaching things till later. So no, I just want to heal it, run and heal. And get to the stalls.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead and give me your faith roll, and then let's do some fire damage to the tree.
10.
You heal him for 2 wounds if he has it.
I'm now perfectly at full.
All right.
Wow.
In fact, he has
So
a small
JD,
breath
why
of
don't
real
you go
air.
ahead? Oh yeah, she didn't need to take the 2 actions, Yesra. I think I made that. Did I make that clear to you, JD, that you got the +2? Okay, sweet. JD, would you roll those 2 dice of damage that you had for the fire that has been going on?
These do ace, correct?
These do ace.
5.
All right, nothing happens. All right, Bob, Queen of Hearts.
Okay, so I would like to. I just have a regular old shooting spell. It is called. Oh, I can't remember now.
Blast.
Blast. Thank you. No, I want to do the elemental. Oh crap!
Oh yeah, you do. Okay.
I
Yeah, I got this. Your bolt.
bolts.
Yeah, your bolt, and you're gonna do. You're gonna have it come out as fire. Yes.
Yeah, so I can do that. It's like a.
Yeah.
It's not a trapping. What's it called?
Yeah, no, it is a trapping. It's.
It is.
Yeah. All right.
Cool.
So Bob, do you want to spend 3 power or 2 power? Yeah, 3 power points to have it do 3d6 as opposed to 2d6.
Yeah, because that'll leave me with. Yeah.
All right.
I like it. And that's my spell casting.
John's just raking in the bennies. Have another one, sir.
Isra has
Oh,
a good
yes.
one there. Too. Pop culture references for 5 bennies.
That's right.
Yeah, that's going to be huge, dude. That's like 17, right? To hit. I mean,
Yeah.
like I hit.
All right,
with
so that
blazing.
does 4d6 damage, and these will ace. What does it look like as you send a gout of fire out, Leslie?
Hold on, 5, 11, 15 total. 15 total. Yeah. So I stand back and I'm gonna use two hands this time, like finger guns, but it's gonna be like a flamethrower. This card's gonna go whoosh, and every one of them red. Mow it down with fire.
Okay, so 15. So here's the good news. Well, do you want the good news? I want to know good news, good news sort of a situation, okay?
I like the bad news to come first always.
You always want the bad news to come first? All right.
If I can choose.
Yeah, if you can choose, I can totally do that. We'll do the bad news first. Give me one quick second. And it just
I
needs
like
to
to tell
see.
the story about, hey, JM, you probably remember this. My youngest son one time came out when we were playing role-playing games in my house, and I can't remember how old he was, but maybe 3 or 4. He comes out and he says, Dad, I have good news and bad news. Let's talk about it in the bathroom. And he walks. Do you remember that? No, Obi was like the most well-spoken toddler you've ever seen. Oh my gosh, I was dying.
Okay, so
talk about it in the bathroom.
Let me make my soak roll. You said it was 15, yes?
Oh,
Yeah, it was 15.
Yes.
So that's a 19 versus this guy.
Because of the full.
Yep. All right. Nope, no soaking. All right, so the bad news is the creature dies, and its sap infused with ghost rock explodes.
So really, the bad news is that I'm in brutalist proximity.
Well, not just you.
Oh, okay.
The Sentinel,
Yeah.
the Wickers,
Yeah.
the Sister May,
No.
and a cultist are caught in this explosion. The cultist dies,
Yeah.
leaving 7 cultists for your Sentinel to sweep.
You're the best.
No. All right. So here's the explosion is 2d10 plus 2. Wickers.
Really.
As the tree explodes, you are fine. I rolled a 6 total. Sentinel takes 12 points of damage, which I believe doesn't do anything to him.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do I?
Your Sentinel's toughness is 13, so you are fine.
Wow. Yeah.
And then Sister May. God bless you.
Hopefully. Carry the one.
Sister May, that's a 22. As you come around the corner, you just see the tree explodes. So a 22 for you is 4 wounds.
Sister, no! So I'm... We should have
Well,
gone
I'm
to
going to
Sister.
try and soak that.
You should definitely try and soak that.
Do good. Do good. I mean, do well. Superman does good.
That's right. That's my... That's
30 Rockies.
the 30 Rockets. That's like the best burn in the pilot. Like, just hands down. All right, Sister May, what'd you get?
4.
Sister May, that's 3 wounds.
No. Is there anything we could do?
Does anyone? Chad is waiting for you to finish the bad news, Bob.
Can I spend all my remaining bennies to have my Sentinel run and get down Mr. President this blast? I will get rid of the rest of them.
Let me ask you, what is the rest of the bennies here? Is it 1?
No, it's 2. It's 2. But they are the rest of them.
They are. I mean, I appreciate your honesty.
I had in my headcanon, I had thrown myself on the body of the miner, hoping that I could still save the miner that was in the stall. So, like, it makes sense to me that taking a huge woundy.
A huge wound. Well, let's see what happens. Let's. I don't see any. Okay, no one in the chat is saying anything.
Hold on.
I will say that I also would like to, alongside Bob, offer up my 2 bennies that I have.
Hold on. Wait, Sister May.
No,
you have
we're
no
gonna say
wounds at this point, right?
She has 4, I thought.
No.
Just the ones you just gave me.
Well, yeah. So she's taken no damage up until you healed her.
Okay.
Yeah, but okay, I thought she had 4 wounds. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 3 wounds, she can still stand up and function. It's the 4th wound that takes you to incapacitated.
Oh.
So Sister May, Wickers, you see it. She gets blown by the blast and hits the aspen tree, killing the pod person inside. But there's this horrible cracking noise that comes from Sister May's body as she kind of wraps backwards around the aspen and hits the ground.
Very Attack on Titan.
Thank you. Your sentinel gets to go, Leslie.
Something
yeah.
in the winds of the Jaeger.
So are we?
The Sentinel was caught in the blast. Does the Sentinel take damage?
No, 'cause
Yeah,
I
the
was
sentinel is like,
13. Yeah, that's why I was going to try and get down, Mr. President. Okay. So, who's left? I mean,
there are the 8 or the 7 cultists that are
Oh,
remaining.
there are 7 cultists.
Yeah, you can take them
Right, if
out.
you
You
let
can
me-
take 5 of them out.
If I only focus on them, I can take 5 of them.
That's all that's left. The tree got blowed up.
Oh, fully blowed up. Then
Yeah,
never
fully
mind.
blowed up. It's dead.
I will do his fighting, which I've already forgotten. I got this.
D10.
Thank you.
I will
Yeah,
send
I
you
see
a
what you're
very
saying.
pretty
ADD is a hell of a drug. I'm just saying.
ad.
7.
7
ADD.
hits the cultists. Go
Yes.
ahead and you get a D12 and a D8.
D12 and a D8.
Yes.
Not quite as hot as last time, but I'll take it. And no 6, right? This isn't one where I can add
Yeah, you don't get the extra 6, but you still get to add 2 to the total.
Then it's 8, 10, 11.
All right, there are now 2 cultists left. And with that,
Okay.
I think you guys can very easily mop up the rest of the cultists. As you stand there in the burning barn,
Cease to
the
remain.
pod people succumbing to the flames, the old barn the fire just is licking up the old wood, spreading about. When Denabe died, the rest of the piranha dogs seemed to be less interested in coming into a burning barn. But as you stand there, go ahead, Leslie.
I can command my golem to gently pick up the body of Sister May so we can exit the burning building.
Yes, and as you exit the burning building, Wickers, your
Sure.
golem is very confused. Like, is this the one I'm supposed to let you kiss? Is this not the one I'm supposed to let you kiss?
Oh no, they're kissing us. No, she's kissing others in heavenly ways. I don't.
Sister May, do you call out orders to your friends?
Don't forget the miners. We have to get them out.
Ada?
Oh,
Leslie? No, John, that was great.
I'm gonna go check on the miners, but like,
They seem to be unconscious with just a dusting of roots on their head. You could probably pull them free very easily.
I was under the impression that they were all heads in bags, so I'm totally
all of
glad we
them.
didn't burn the place down.
I also
yeah.
thought they were headless initially, but you explained it pretty well.
No, he was very clear in his explanation. And you can stop shuffling and cut. I know there's not a lot to cut, but
Mhm.
Cut it anyway.
All right, Wickers. So Leslie, Ada, you save the rest of the miners. Sister May,
Yeah.
you are carried out to a very beautiful alto voice that you hear in your head. And Wickers, as you stand there, surrounded by the fire, you see you can't move. I would like you to give me a spirit roll here first. What is your spirit die, by the way?
a D8.
All right.
I never did make my spirit test.
Which one?
I was shaken.
Give me your spirit test.
Yeah.
Ooh, but I get a
Pass
+4.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about you there, Leslie. What'd you
Yeah.
get, Wickers?
I did not roll yet because you asked a question and I wasn't not sure if that was a part
No,
of the
no. Go ahead and give me your.
All right.
I got an 8.
I'm going to
on the
assume I
D8.
don't get the extra D6 for this because
Yeah.
I figured. I got a 7.
Okay. As you stand there, you can see Oswazi as it's fighting to go back under your dominion. The flames take the images from your memory and write them in light and smoke on the walls. And as Ada and Leslie are pulling out these miners, you can see soldiers riding up to a homestead. Wickers watching after he has been brutally restrained and left for dead, as his family, one by one, is cut down by the soldiers, one of which you recognize as the man Wickers killed. And you all hear this laughter that just kind of echoes up with the heat and the smoke and the flames into the rafters. A laughter and a cry both coming out of Wickers' choked, tight throat. And that's where we will end for tonight, and we will pick up. You got a misfortune card. The demon taunts the harrowed with the failures of its past.
But we all saw it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So, guys, you now have gotten to the root of the mystery.
See how you did that.
Thank you.
I was
Thank
waiting
you.
for it. I totally it snuck up on me.
That's right. Well, guys, thank you so much. Check out all of the great things that Savage Worlds has. Pinnacle is a wonderful gaming company. If you like this game, one of the best parts about Savage Worlds is the fact that you can play anything you want in it. I just got this book in, which should make JD happy. I got a new Savage Rifts book in. This is Atlantis and the Demon Seas. JD and I bonded very early over our mutual love of riffs, and I am so glad to have this book. It is beautiful. JD loves riffs. You can go back and watch her interview with Chris about her love of riffs. And yes, sir, you were totally not disruptive. This was amazing. This is the way Iconic loves to run their games. So thank you to, first of all, Pinnacle for supporting this group, but most importantly, to my wonderful posse and my wonderful chat. Signum, good to see you here. Thank you for being in the chat. If you're here next Monday, you get a Benny just for being your first time posting in the chat.
You might have to remind us.
I will remind. And you get to spend the Benny on behalf of either the posse or the bad guys. Which, I mean, what's not to love about the way I run bad guys? So, just because they are bad guys does not mean they are bad guys. So, thank you all. Aces, Wildcards, until next time, we'll see you next Monday for episode 8. We will be 2/3 of the way through the horror at Headstone Hill, and we will see you on Monday back here for more Deadlands goodness. If you like what we do, please check out the other shows on the Arcana production channel. You can, we'll be behind the screens Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 a.m. Central. We'll be running the next part of the B-Team game for our Torg stream, which is wonderful and chaotic, tomorrow night at 7:30 Central. And we will be we will be here with Deadlands next Monday, and then all of Iconic will be at Gen Con for the rest of the week. So we're looking forward. If you're at Gen Con, please stop by booth 1830. That's where we will be. We will be, we got Iconic swag that we will be selling. We've got some cool things going on, and we've got some big announcements. So, until next time, yes, I'm just going to leave it to Zach. Happy trails, everyone. We will see you all in a week. Until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, stay gaming. Have a good one.